As Mark mentioned, my name is Christopher Bishop. I have a small boutique consulting firm focused on future careers called Improvising Careers. I'm a member of the QED-C Workforce Technology Advisory Committee. I run something called Office Hours, which is a monthly meetup where we connect students studying quantum innovation science with mentors in the private sector. And I'm also the host of the Quantum Tech Pod. We've just released our 33rd episode yesterday. It was a roundtable discussion with Worley, Ilana Wisby, and Morgan Politan talking about how to do due diligence on a quantum company. So just to echo what Celia was saying at the beginning, here's a quote from Dr. Robert Souter. He's a former IBMer who has been a quantum advocate for many years. He's currently a vice president of corporate development at Quanta. He says, many industries are currently working with quantum computing, including banking, capital markets, insurance, automotive, aerospace, and energy. In years to come, the breadth and depth of the industries leveraging quantum will continue to grow. The implication is they're going to need talent. They're going to need smart people like the people in this webinar to help them achieve their business goals, right? How can you contribute? Let's talk a little bit about it. So this is kind of the money slide, if you will. I call this the evolving quantum workforce ecosystem. So while there's certainly scientists and researchers at the center of it, you're going to need a whole coterie of adjacent disciplines and skills to drive understanding and ultimately adoption of quantum information science, right, in the real world, if you will. So certainly executives, C-suite to run the business, startup founders to put together companies. Starting on the upper right, someone's got to sell this into a client, right? Business development. Whether you're a big company like IBM or a comparatively smaller company like Quanta, everybody needs to demonstrate value to generate, attributable revenue, right? UX design, how do humans interact with this stuff? As these boxes evolve, we've got to figure out how people, touch them. Human-computer interface questions. These are some companies dealing with that issue. The profession that enables all other professions, education, opportunities to teach about quantum. Regulatory and policy issues. Someone's got to determine, how we manage this. We have to wear seatbelts. Nuclear policy is regulated. So there's going to be issues around these kind of topics for quantum as well. The bottom one here I call kind of the picks and shovels, if you will, optics, wiring, photonics. Companies like Montana Instruments, Investment, developing lasers and workbenches and metrology equipment. And then on the left, comms and PR. You could write for a magazine about quantum. You've got to make this understandable and comprehensible for the comparative lay person. And then marketing and branding. These companies have to find a way to bring the message to market in a way that is understandable and, again, translates to business value for customers. And then investing and consulting. So I'm sure many of you know Will Zhang, who's the head of quantum research at Goldman Sachs. Their question from their clients is there a pony in here? Where should we be investing? What's the opportunity to enhance my portfolio? And then strategy consulting, management consultants, McKinsey and their clients, they want to know, how does this affect long-term business strategy, 5-year plans? So again, the implication is lots of roles for people, students, talent, people on this call or webinar to participate and contribute in the quantum workforce. Just a point in time view of some of the organizations reflecting, the previous slide. The range is broad. This is just a snapshot of the landscape. It's by no means comprehensive, but as you can see, it ranges across enabling technologies, applications and consulting, chemicals, materials, and biotech. If you have a particular interest in a specific vertical or focus area, needless to say, there's lots of opportunity. I want to share with you some real world examples of what's happening out there where the hiring recs are, right? So this is AWS Quantum. They have 6 categories ranging from research to supply chain, transportation management, 62 open jobs in quantum. Again, this is all on their website, right? Talk about continuum. So while they're certainly looking for a lead physicist, they're also looking for someone to be a senior accounting specialist. Again, back to my earlier point, right? A range of skills needed to drive this model forward. How about Rigetti? This is one of my favorites. So they're certainly looking for a lead software engineer, quantum device design and fabrication, but they're also doing what they call open rec for future open position. And the language behind this is, we don't know what this job will be, but we're trying to recruit smart, talented people who are interested in this space so that we can collect your resume and keep it on file. So if and when the business shifts, or we establish a new partnership, or new regulatory guidelines come into place, or we get another round of funding, the business expands, we have people on file that we can reach for. We have a bench, right? So I've never seen anything like that. I worked at IBM for 15 years, by the way, and this is kind of remarkable to see something like this out in the workplace. So again, unabashed plug for my podcast. It's called the Quantum Tech Pod. You can subscribe if you have an RS feed burner tool that you like. It's on Spotify and Apple Podcasts. The office hours sessions that I mentioned, we'll be doing the next one on August 25th. So if you'd like to participate, sign up, send a note to office hours at quantumconsortium.org with a preferred time. We run it from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. And thank you for your time. Connect with me on LinkedIn. Send me an email, Chris@Improvising Careers, and I'll see you in the quantum-enabled future. Thanks for your time.